Hey everybody, you got John here from Mount Tammany Ridge. Welcome back to hanging out with me over here. Today, I am not at the wood yard, as you might see firewood, but this is my stash, my stockpile. And you can see it goes pretty well down there, and then I've got another stockpile up at the front of the property. And the reason why I brought you guys up here today is because I want to talk with you guys about these log lift bags. Okay, so these log lift bags here are pretty awesome, and you can see in the background that for quite a while I have been using the IBC totes, the cages, and you know, they work great. They're awesome. However, for you to maximize the amount of firewood that you can stack in these things, you have to do exactly that. You have to stack it, and even stack it a little bit higher than the top of the tote to get a full face cord. And all that's fine. All that's totally fine. And when they're free and they're coming to you, or extremely, really cheap and they're coming to you, that's a great way to go. But there are multiple problems that come with that. One, a lot of times, the only time you're going to get them free or extremely cheap is if you're getting them from a mulch dyeing company. Okay. Now, a mulch dyeing company, you know, a lot of times they like to get rid of these things quick and easy, throw them on somebody's dump trailer and let them haul them off, and they deal with the headache of trying to get rid of the bladder that's got all the, you know, it's got maybe an inch, maybe even more in some cases. Usually it was about an inch or an inch and a half of concentrated dye that's still in the bottom of these things. And that concentrated dye goes a long way. And we've taken, you know, fine shavings and things like that to absorb the dye, and it's worked okay. But you know, it's money you got to spend, right, to invest in shavings. And we all know, especially horse people, shavings they're not cheap. You know, everything's gone up, hay's gone up, so on and so forth. So at that point, you're not getting them for free. Then you have to have a way to get rid of them, right? Whether you cut them up and you throw them in a small dumpster that you might have, or you bring them to the dump or whatever, you still have to go and get rid of the stuff. Now, the other problem that these IBC totes have also is the fact that they are what they are, right? They're not pretty looking. Unless they're, you know, when they're full of wood, they're great. They're great to look at because that's money in the bank, right? It's some security. You feel good that you've got all that time and money sitting there, ready to be, you know, well, either making you money by selling it or heating your home and saving a bunch of money there. But the ugly part of it is when they're empty, right? So when these things are empty, you know, your yard starts to look like you're a scrapper, right? You know, things get to be a little bit out of hand, and they take up a lot of room. They take up a whole lot of room, and it just, you know, being turned to these log bags, we have to pay for them up front, right? And they last you multiple years as long as you take care of them and you don't trash them. And the other cool thing is you can compact them, a whole bunch of them. I can't personally say how many you can actually stuff in one, because you know, I've only got 12 at this point. However, think about that. 12 IBC totes look like 12 IBC totes. They're always going to look like 12 IBC totes. 12 bags will look like one bag, because you can take all those bags and put them in one, and I'm sure you could put a whole heck of a lot more than just 12 bags in one bag. So you save a ton of room there. And I personally think that it is really worth the money that these IBC totes, or I'm sorry, these log lift bags, okay, cost, because you don't have to deal with the mess, right? These IBC totes, you know, like I said, they take up the room that they take up, and they are an eyesore when they're empty and waiting to be refilled up with wood. And then on top of that, they deteriorate over time too. Everything, you know, doesn't last forever, right? So at some point, they're gonna get banged up. You're gonna catch it with a fork, you're gonna bend it, rip a tube off the bottom, and you're gonna have to cut it up and throw it away and get rid of it, right? So that's just that's my angle on the whole thing. Now, you can see here, I loosely filled these bags. I just sent it right off the end of the Semi-Pro, right into the IBC tote. That was, having that machine here has completely changed the way, just the whole operation that I had. You know, it was a real struggle before. And this machine, this Brute Force Semi-Pro has really highlighted that. And, you know, yes, at this point, my operation, not necessarily yours, but my operation, I have to pitch these things from that cable spool table that I have into the bag. And I would much rather throw them into the bag. And when I get that bag filled up, I know for a fact that that bag is going to be 1/3 of a cord or more even. Okay. So, that's a good peace of mind. So, you know, I just kind of wanted to put this out there. So this afternoon, AJ Shaver has contacted me, and he said that they're going to do a limited time promo discount. Okay. So it's for the holiday, it's for the holiday weekend. However, even though at this point, the weekend has passed, a little bit of a delay there, but nevertheless, it is going to be a discount. So in the screen here somewhere, it's going to be probably a little struggle for me because I'm not really good at, you know, this whole computer thing and putting things on the screen. So I'm going to put everything on the screen, the promo codes, and I'm going to put the breakdown of how the pricing works out as far as how much money you'll save per, how can I say, there's multiple different quantities you can buy these log lift bags. There's like a 12 pack, which is I guess considered a sample pack, and then so on and so forth up the line. You know, your discount gets a bigger and bigger discount as you go to a higher and higher quantity that you purchase. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me here a little bit today. This is not the normal, but it is the normal at the same time. It's firewood related. I got a little bit of firewood in the video for you, a little bit of processing in the video. And I'm gonna get inside before the mosquitoes eat me alive. They're absolutely destroying me. And so if you guys think of it, get on over to AJ's website. AJ's website is www.shaverequipment.com. Go over to the website. There's a pop-up in the window that will allow you to use the promo codes that I'll have posted on the screen. And it'll also tell you the price breakdown and everything like that. So again, thank you very much for hanging out with me here in Mount Tammany Ridge. And I will see you guys soon enough. And we're gonna get that firewood splitter pumping some wood out probably tomorrow afternoon. So if you guys wanna see more of that Semi-Pro working there from Brute Force, come on back to this channel and you'll see a whole lot more of it.